Welcome everyone to another part of my explanation for the new tabletop game, 3 Goblins in a Trenchcoat. So for this video I'm just going to do a little bit of an overview, just kind of explaining a little bit of the ideas and the sort of the world concept behind the game, the background and that kind of stuff. So, I mean, a lot of it I think is given away by the name itself. You know, it's 3 goblins in a trench coat. So, funnily enough, your characters are 3 goblins hiding. I mean, trench coat's a loose term. It could be like a wizard's robe or a suit of armor or something like that, depending on the character. But effectively, you're 3 goblins hiding out and trying to blend in with the rest of the world that, for various reasons, has these horrific misconceptions about goblins and normally wants to kill them on sight. So you're just 3 dudes, 3 chill dudes or dudettes, hiding out in a robe, trying to blend in and be adventurous and do cool stuff. So at the moment, as you can hopefully see here, most of the cool rules are obviously the testing stage. So we've got the open beta going on. We've got the 4 core classes with our brawler, fighter type guy, thief who kind of doubles up into sort of the sneaky assassin type character, a wizard obviously our magic user, and then our hunter is a bit more of the range support plus kind of animal companion interactions. Then the core rules themselves are basically about 6 pages or so. So the key mechanics are very condensed. I wanted to avoid having just, 20-30 pages of stuff to read through before you could actually even start playing. So I've tried to make it sort of to the point. Then we've got our weapons, our general items, our day-to-day things, and then into the leveling up stuff so you can kind of improve upon your character. So this is an XP based game, so rather than getting levels as you might get in other games, you receive XP for completing certain objectives in your game, and then you can freely spend that XP to either improve your basic stats, your sub abilities, or even to buy class specific actions, weapon actions, armor actions, and also some universal actions which are just based on character class abilities. So you've got like a minimum requirement to advance into some of these actions. Then outside of the beta testing guide, so this is still work in progress, but when it comes time to launch, we're going to have a whole bunch of random encounter tables. So we're starting on the combat side of things. So if you are kind of exploring somewhere, maybe you're stuck for an ID, you want to throw something in, we're going to have combat encounters for different environments at various levels, and then you can either pick one or randomize it. Then there's also going to be social encounters as well, so you've got a bit of a mix and match, not always fighting. We're going to have a lot of role play in this as well. Then towards the end of the book, we're going to have sort of the background. We've started on sort of the goblin homelands, a bit of a background there. But then, most fantasy really, we've also got humans, we've got orcs, we've got elves, we've got dwarfs. So it's kind of a classic sort of feeling fantasy. Very sort of tongue-in-cheek for the most part, as you might expect from a game called 3 Goblins in a Trenchcoat. While obviously you can play this game, quote-unquote, seriously, there's plenty of scope to run like a whole campaign if you wanted to. This also works super well as like a quick, fun, one-shot session type game where you just throw out the characters, go nuts, and do crazy things as goblins. So also included at the moment is a beginning encounter, and this is the same one that is in the quick play guide, so if you want to actually get a group together and try out the game, you can run through this. Then we'll also be adding adding, there we go, I know words, adding in some extra campaigns, or I should say one-shot style adventures. So we'll be again sort of in the medium and harder levels, and then when it goes to Kickstarter in the future, depending on how well that goes, then I'll hopefully be adding in even more stuff. Then finally we'll have a bestiary at the back, so we've got those pre-made monsters and things for players to encounter, again just to make it a little bit easier for the Adventure Master to run the game. So there you go, hopefully that explains a little bit better about what's going on. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll be back with some more information and some more guides as to how to play the game of 3 Goblins in a Trench Coat. Catch you next time.